let me share this. What I've learned in life. There are incompetent people in every walk of life. It doesn't mean they hate you. They might just be incompetent.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, somebody finally switched the power on, and here we are.
Edward, how's your morning, Ben?
It's really good.
How are you doing this morning?
Wonderful.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Wonderful, thank you.
I've had quite a relaxing time in here. Chuck and I have mowed through a couple of cups of coffees.
Yeah.
Chatting it up.
We are we were talking so loudly amongst ourselves we had to be shushed while Edward was on the phone with Liz, the engineer, who then miraculously walked Edward through a braille in I don't know how, but
Spanish
but
braille.
He had his eyes closed and he was moving things around and it came back to life. Meanwhile, Bart, there is another Bart that I forgot the other
Yes.
day when I walked through the three Barts.
Right.
You know, thinking Bart, festive Bart, annoyed Bart. There's another one, stressed Bart.
See, I've
Stressed
seen
Bart.
this for 2 straight days.
Yeah, you have. I wasn't, well, did you guys get into the whole thing that happened yesterday?
We've really not talked about it
You didn't
yet,
really
no.
get into it?
Well, I mean, we talked about it in the final hour when we were on the air. But, you know, that's been it.
So I took a day.
Right.
That was the final decision on me taking my day was at 5 a.m. So I let you know at 5 a.m. I wasn't going to be
It's
here.
actually 5:07.
That would be
But,
in Branson.
Yeah.
And then Bart
Oversleeps.
went through a pair of alarms, which never happens, and then the whole system crashed.
If it wasn't for Edward yesterday, if it wasn't for Edward today, I don't know where we'd be.
Bart yesterday.
Well, both of you. I mean, you were in tandem. You
That's right.
basically saved the day.
What was it like sleeping through your alarms, being completely embarrassed, coming in here groggy, one eye open, you're still wiping sleep out of your eyes, and everything goes to hell, Bart? What was that like?
It was not pleasant.
How does it, like, what kind of wake-up experience is that?
Very unpleasant experience.
Have you recovered?
I'm doing fine. I'm just trying to get our phone systems operational.
Can you get this
now.
phone system
Yeah.
fixed
I'm
and
working
change
on
the
it.
signature in my email
Yeah.
for the emails I need to send later today?
Yeah.
I got to
we'll
print
get
something
that.
out
I
in
need
a
to
little
take
bit,
my-
too.
I'm
Can
sure-
you help
I'm
me
sure
there?
I
you
need to
do.
take
Yeah.
my local.
Bart, can you watch my 1-year-old for an hour this afternoon?
if you don't
Whatever,
mind.
man. Yeah,
I
bring
just
it
have
on.
the signature issue. I need to take the Chuck and Bo Show logo off my emails while I send out inside the college football playoff emails
Yeah, that's-
today
that's
to teams.
easy-
I can help you with
that's
that.
Easy to
Yeah.
do. That's easy.
And
to do.
I'm
Yeah.
going to have to toggle back because, you know,
Yeah.
when I send local emails, I want the Chuck and Bo logo on there.
Yeah.
And, you know, Varsity Vibe, which we're announcing, and Pinecone Lane Media, you know, whatever. But, like, I'm gonna need you to help me send emails later today.
Okay.
Are we on the air?
Yes.
Oh,
We
why,
are.
why
I
didn't
just
somebody
checked the
say
app.
something?
We
I
are.
just
Why
checked
didn't you
the app.
tell us?
Yeah.
Why didn't
Edward
you tell
says
us?
we're on the
Hey,
air.
well, good morning.
Yeah.
It's first day at school.
It really is.
I mean, let's
it sounds
go.
like it's the first
Feels
day of
like
school here. I mean, it really is. It's like first grade.
Yes. My 14-year-old daughter's a freshman at Fayetteville High School, and I'm pretty sure she has no idea where to go when she gets into
Yeah, a
school.
little lost probably.
And there's going to be there will be a lot of freshmen. I have this sort of view of freshmen just wandering the halls.
I remember my
asking
freshman
where to
year.
go.
Yes.
It's sort of like me walking into anywhere for the first
Yeah,
time.
You're overwhelmed by the people.
Yeah.
They're just everywhere.
It's like me at Walmart.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I just look for the first employee and start asking questions. I do not wander around. I find the first person who looks like they work there, and I'm talking about anywhere. Could be the airport, could be Walmart, and I start asking questions.
I've overcome this thing about not asking for directions and not asking for help. I'm kind of like you. I just, try to save time and go to someone right away and say, "Can you direct me?"
Yeah. Well, back before we had GPS, remember, like, husbands and wives would fight about this.
Yeah.
You know, the dad's too proud. He won't stop and ask for directions, so he drives an hour in the wrong direction because he wouldn't stop at the gas station and ask. What are we doing?
My lead line now is, "Hey, excuse me, I'm a little bit turned around. Can you help me?" And it generally works. I mean, it generally works. They will send you in the right direction.
So, anyhow,
I'm a little bit lost.
yeah, we are. We're here and we're ready to go.
Yeah, we are.
What is today? Tuesday.
Yes.
It's August 12th. It's the first day of school for many. Maybe some normal places started on Monday. I don't know. Why.
Some did. Some
started
did.
on Tuesday, but because of that, I was able to take my daughter for one last fun day and her friend to Whitewater. Now, I just want you to imagine me yesterday walking around Whitewater, Chuck.
I bet that was
Me.
fun. That was great, I'll bet.
Well, here's the thing about the loveliness of the trip and the bonding and the time together. Mm-hmm. Dad, can you get lost?
Yeah, I was going to say, once you got there, your job was done, and you were on your own.
That's right.
Until they were ready to leave.
So I went next door to the ballparks.
Yeah.
The ballparks
Oh, yeah,
of
that's
America.
a pretty cool deal.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool
They have
deal.
the Cal Ripken World Series going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you had something to watch.
I got my like recorder out and my camera, and I was ready to go. I was ready to report.
Oh, it's like
I
four
called the
games.
assignment desk at ESPN. I said, I got Taiwan over here and Panama over here. Who do you want to hear from?
Yeah.
We're
Well,
at-
it sounds
we're at
like
Wrigley
a good day.
Field.
Hey, that is a
That
cool
place is
deal to go
incredible.
to. It really is.
They've got the hotel, like they've got rooms at the ballpark.
Branson's
the
got a
team.
lot of stuff going on there beyond, what you traditionally think of as Branson.
Are we going to be able to get Brandon Marcello on at 8, our college football guy? We've got a new top 25 poll to react
Yeah,
to.
we got all kinds of stuff going on.
We've got,
We got phone
Texas Tech, Bart. I want you to know this because I know you're probably wondering. Texas Tech is in the top 25 preseason poll, okay? They check in at number 23. Texas Tech spent $1 billion on their roster. Not really, but like $30 million. And they have not made an appearance in the top 25 poll, and this is preseason. But they haven't even been in a preseason poll since 2018. They haven't even been in a poll since 2018. And we'll see if this roster they went out and purchased actually ends up delivering and
We will see.
keeping them there.
We will see. And when you talk about the term preseason hype, that's something that gets thrown around a lot this time of year. Kool-Aid, hype, all this stuff. I mean, Texas Tech, Arkansas beat Texas Tech in the Liberty Bowl last year.
Get off the stage.
Yeah, really.
The music.
Is
just
that the
like,
music,
their
Edward? Is it
speech
time
is
to
over.
go?
Oh, Edward looked up. He was as surprised as you.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
He has no idea.
Edward is,
He's so
hey, Edward is a cool customer,
Yes,
man.
he is.
He's as cool as the other side of the pillow, as they say.
I
Otherwise,
feel
we would.
defeated
just
right
hit
now.
stop.
Well, yeah, did the music stop?
Well, it's not playing. anymore,
it's
yeah.
the computer's doing its own thing.
Oh, okay.
There's a ghost in the machine.
I see.
He had a
I
plan.
see.
He had a plan, and it was working.
I got
And
you.
then all of a sudden, he realized that the plan.
Yeah,
is
I
not
just realized
working.
this is not a hard break, so we don't have music.
No,
This
no.
is
That's
soft
that's
break.
he's a break ahead.
Yes, he is. The computer's a break.
So now
Oh,
he's
my
now
God.
he's
Hey.
got a whole. Now look at Bart's over there.
I will say this.
They're huddled up in the
Well,
corner.
and look at Jackson.
Guys,
I mean,
regardless
Jackson's
of our
here.
age-
Number one, Jackson's
That's a
here.
commercial.
And Jackson's supervising, you
Yeah.
know, checking it out.
Jackson hasn't done anything.
We're on the air, though, right?
Yeah.
We are on the air.
Jackson hasn't done anything. He's just sat over there and observed.
Hey, I've
He's
not
getting a full
exactly
lesson.
done a lot either. I sat here for an hour and a half yesterday and just looked at the wall, and we spent the first half hour this morning drinking coffee and asking Edward how soon we were going to get on, like 5 times.
You got to know your role.
So
You got to know your
yeah,
role. And
well,
right now,
right.
stay out of the
See,
way.
here's the deal, and I'm just going to be honest. If this was like me, if I was in charge of getting us on the air, there would be no hope. This is the part of radio that I do not understand. I've done this for 40 years, and you have as well. And I don't know anything about engineering. I don't know anything about how to get us back on the air. They're speaking a language that I just don't even understand. Just tell me when we're on. But we'd be in trouble.
Oh.
So I give them all the credit.
And there would
And
be,
all the blame.
There'd be a lot of swearing and things flying in different
Yeah.
directions.
Well, there would be.
But they're handling it
They are.
in a very calm and professional way.
They are.
Now, did you have a point that
No.
you wanted to finish about
No.
Texas Tech?
Oh, yeah.
where-
Texas Tech. I forgot about that.
Where was that?
They are the poster boy for preseason hype. I mean, Arkansas beat Texas Tech in the Liberty Bowl last year. They go out and they spend however many $1 million, and suddenly people are talking about them in terms of being the new power in college football. They're ranked in the top 25. I want to see it. I am maybe this is the world we live in now. Maybe all the money is the answer. I don't know, but I'll believe Texas Tech when I see it.
So they came out with the top 25.
I saw that.
AP. This is the Associated Press preseason top 25.
Right.
Now, I'm not a big AP poll person because to me it's irrelevant in a lot of ways. When we get to the college football playoff, we decide things in a different manner. So, but these are the opinions of people who cover college football. When you talk about the Heisman, there's so many voters in the Heisman that I don't even really put a lot, like it's just sort of a popularity contest. This is actually, 65 media members that cover college football. So what we can do next, because I'm being told that we have to immediately vacate right now and go to break. What we can do next is we'll get into the opinions of these 65.
I've got some opinions
members.
on the opinions.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Opinions about opinions
Yeah.
on the Chuck and Bo Show. You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this. When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When streaming became a thing, Chuck, became the ultimate homebody. So I don't ever have to leave now. It's all right here. My whole,
a lot of truth to
my
that.
whole portal to the outside world is through streaming.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
And not today, though.
Hey, it's good to be here.
It is good to
First
be
day
here.
of school.
We're not taking it for granted
Not at
either.
all. National Vinyl Record Day. I feel like we are operating as if we play vinyl records today.
I do like a good vinyl.
I mean,
Got a little record
that's a
burn.
new thing. Do
Got
you
some
have
record
it?
burn.
I
with
have,
the
I have
stuff.
a record player, yeah.
you do. That is not surprising.
I was about to say, why would you be surprised by
You have
that?
a hi-fi? You have a hi-fi at home, Bart? High fidelity?
I've got a record player.
I don't know why my mind went here, but it did. And so here we are. I imagine Bart having a date at his house. And she comes over, and he has a meal being prepared in the kitchen. There is a smell of festive in the air.
White
and,
wine.
And their wine is out, the glasses are out, and the vinyl record is playing as she walks in.
That's right.
And Bart answers the door. He's opened the door now, and he's like, "Come on in." And then there it all is. What a scene.
It's got some smooth jazz
Yes.
playing on the stereo.
What a scene.
On the stereo.
On the stereo.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. And it's just going on like, what is the album? That becomes the question. There's no shuffling that album. He's got to just roll the album. And then he's got to time it out so he can change records.
Yeah, he does.
And so she excuses herself to the restroom
Well,
and
you
Bart
can-
changes the record.
One thing you can be certain of, in Bart's mind, he's counting every moment. I mean, that music's playing. He knows exactly where it is in terms of time. He's got the entire evening planned out meticulously.
That's awesome. That's good for you. You have a vinyl record player.
Yeah.
Can you bring that in here someday?
I've got one too.
yeah.
So does Jackson.
I've got one.
Chuck's got one.
I've
Wow,
still
it's a
got records.
New thing.
I've still got records.
You have
Well,
the
it's
one
not
you
a new
always
thing.
had. They went no. It's a new. It's a new
I've
thing
got the
now.
same one I've had for 40 years.
That's you, not Jackson. Jackson went out and got one at some vintage store,
like a
and that's
Crosley.
Edward, and that's Bart. They went out and got theirs.
Now they
That's
just
what I mean by
look
new.
old.
Yeah.
They look old on the outside. They're stuffed with new stuff on the inside.
All right, thanks for being here for the pre-show. We're going real show next.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataracts started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
At the Stonebreaker Hotel, we believe in the art of gathering, whether over a thoughtfully prepared meal or a quiet moment on Markham Hill. Start your day with breakfast classics from the all-day menu, served from 7:30 to 1. Savor shareable bites from the bar and lounge menu until 10. And let the dinner menu from 5 to 9 bring familiar flavors with a fresh twist. And for a weekend well spent, how about brunch? Rooted in connection, designed for comfort. Learn more at stonebreakerhotel.com.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Summer storms and heavy rains can sneak up fast, so make sure your gutters are ready to handle it all. Hog Trough Gutters, locally owned and operated with 30 years of experience, installs seamless gutters made on site to protect your home. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job is hydro tested, and each one comes with a 20-year warranty. Proudly serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. Schedule your free inspection today at hoggutters.com.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin. They just didn't put the nails in.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
National Odometer Day. People were sending in, they were texting in their odometers. And somebody wants to know what yours is.
About 200,000 miles.
For real.
Yeah, there's some highway miles out there.
But really, 200,000. What year's your vehicle?
Oh,
It's not.
I thought you were talking about me, like my body. I thought that's what we were talking about.
We did get into that too.
I thought you were asking how many miles was on me. I am the
80
Chevy
Dodge Dart.
Chevelle.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo
There we
show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
So I walk into Bo's office. Bo says, "Man, I'm glad school's back in session." Repeating the cry of parents everywhere. "Man, I'm glad everybody's back in school today."
Yeah, there's a there's a structure that comes with it.
I understand.
A built-in schedule that comes with it. It's a little less random.
It was just the way you said it. "Man, I'm glad
Yeah.
school's going again."
Well, listen, I love my kids.
I
and
know you do, and had a fun
I've got-
day yesterday. I know.
Yeah, one final day of fun, and we've got one left. Got a freshman in high school, so I got 4 years of this left. Got one out of high school. Got two more that have been out of high school.
Well,
got a
the
grandkid.
Yeah.
Got a grandkid. Oh my gosh. Life is just it's a journey, Chuck.
You got a lot of things to pay for, man.
is.
You
More so-
got a lot of stuff to do.
More so than ever, I have come to the very clear realization that there is no destination.
Yeah.
It is a journey, and
It's endless.
You're just going,
Yeah.
and that's what's happening.
It'll still be a journey for you 30 years from now.
And I look over at 19-year-old Jackson as I say this, and he's over there nodding his head as though he's
Like
been
he
through it
knows,
all.
Yeah. Well, he's a veteran, you know.
I love it.
He's been through life's wars.
Are you awake, Jackson? I have seen almost no expression out of you for an hour or so.
I thought you were going to say
You're
for a couple
just
of months.
there. Are you tired?
I'm just excited to be done with working at Sam's right now.
Well, we can see the excitement on your face. Hey,
Just
hey,
excited to be done working at Sam's.
are you tired of pushing carts around? Is that the story?
Yeah. 6 days straight of 8 hours a day, just pushing carts.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Well,
It sounds just awful.
yeah. How'd you do
poor
it?
kid.
How'd you do it?
Wow.
I mean, you were coming off a vacation from San Francisco, and you have to go right back and push carts for 6 straight days. I mean, that's a welcome back to reality kind of deal
Did
right
they
there.
give you lunch? Were you able to take a break?
No.
No, they worked you right through.
water?
Oh, my.
Water on a hot day?
Oh, we're going to have to call HR at
Liquid
Sam's.
IV.
Yeah.
Gatorade, Powerade,
No
things like
smoke
that.
breaks, no lunch
No.
breaks. You're lying. They give you a lunch break. Come
They
on.
let you smoke. Come on.
So really, wow, man, you seem just beaten down. Have you been getting rest at night?
Trying.
Man, you got to kind of balance your schedule.
Yeah. We're getting back into it.
This
I'll
child
be there.
labor
I'll be there in a
thing,
week.
I mean,
We'll get back to it.
It's going to take you a week to recover from working a week.
Well, it's going
That's
to take
what
me
I'm
a
hearing.
week to get used to being back down here. Just to be back here from San Francisco, back from vacation.
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, so what we really have is a vacation hangover.
Okay.
Okay.
Another one. For
Wow.
you.
Yeah.
Well, the privileged life of Jackson
It
is something
really
we
is.
check in on occasion.
I asked
here.
him what it was like watching all the old people party at the Grateful
all the
Dead
naked ladies and
concert.
hippies.
All the what?
All the hippies.
Oh.
You heard the other part.
I got you. Okay.
I don't know if I did, or nor do I want to. It's August 12th. It's the first day of school for many. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're glad you're here. If you haven't heard yet, today is my day, and it may be yours too. It's National Middle Child Day. Today we get together and we sit around and we reflect on where it all went wrong. How the younger kid got most of the attention, and how the older kid got yelled at all the time, and how you were just sort of lost in the middle.
Trying to attract attention.
In my case, it was having two sisters at home and two parents that work in the summer. I could not be left at home, could not be trusted to be left at home with my 2 sisters. And so it was off to work with Dad in the summer.
That's a brutal childhood.
And I have a therapist appointment at
I
3
was
today.
gonna
We're
say,
still
man,
working on this.
You got a lot to work
Yeah,
through.
we're still working on this.
That's
When I get over it, I'm going to Blakeman's to celebrate my
Yeah,
milestone.
there you go.
I'm gonna go treat myself.
Yeah. Buy a watch.
Yeah, it's my story. It's my story. It's not about. It's about my story and
That's
my
right.
milestone
It
in
is.
life.
It is.
And as soon as I get through this and over this, I'm gonna go get a endless timepiece at Blakeman's, and then we're gonna talk about football.
You were talking about the endless journey earlier. That's
Yes.
That's working.
Well, that's
through all
what
the
you need.
childhood
You
issues,
need a
too.
watch.
You do.
You need a timepiece from Blakeman's so you can keep track
I keep asking.
of your journey.
I keep asking.
Well, you got to go there, Chuck. We're going to have to.
Well, if I had a reason to go, I'd go.
Well, I'll take you, and
Oh,
we'll
all
go
right.
in there.
All right.
And we'll talk a little football, and look, and that's where we are now. Like,
Okay.
by the way, I'm hearing talk shows around the country, and we are all like, we're happy football practice is here. We've got some things we can play from T. Will, Arkansas's defensive coordinator. We can talk about the defense a little bit today and some of the things that they're dealing with. And, we'll continue to talk about the season, and the AP top 25 poll we briefly touched on last hour is out. 65 people covering college football, their opinions on preseason rankings, and we're going to get into that. But I'm hearing all these shows, and even though practice is underway, we need a game in the worst way.
Only one more Saturday.
One more empty Saturday. That's it.
Right. Then we've got Iowa State and Kansas State. That's going to be
Top 25 matchup.
that'll be a big day.
One more empty Saturday.
Also known as 2 Saturdays until college football's back.
Yeah. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
So this
And on
Saturday's
Saturday
open,
it'll be a week.
and the next Saturday we have a game. Is that right?
That's
Week
correct.
0. Mhm.
But it's not Arkansas.
No, we
Iowa
have,
State, Kansas State.
Okay.
That'll be 2 weeks from this.
Okay.
Saturday.
2 weeks from Saturday.
Okay, boy, I really got to get these college football emails out today, Bart.
really do.
These inside the CFP emails for the show. We were trying to bank footage at some camps, and I'm running out of camp time.
Now, when you
would you
use
like-
terms like bank footage, explain that to
Well, like
those
we'll go to Oregon, and we'll shoot practice one day, and we'll get Coach Lanning mic'd up for 30 minutes or something, and then we'll have that footage to help tell their story if they make the playoff.
hence the term bank.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, there's maybe
I
archive
got you.
footage.
I
you
know,
know,
I
just
understand. I was just curious.
because you can kind of collect some things now that you can use later.
Bang.
That maybe when they make the playoff, everybody wants a lot of things from them, and so they might not be as available.
I got you. So you bank it.
Yeah, so you might get coach driving his kid into school or something like that. Some stuff
And
that
I
you can
love
use
that.
to help tell their story. Well, you love these shows.
Well, I love
maybe
that.
maybe they're sitting out under the stars.
There's
and
nothing better than like 10 minutes before kickoff in a big
day.
game,
Yeah.
watching a coach take his kids to school.
Well, that's
awesome.
not the show, Chuck. This
I'm
is
joking.
behind the scenes, the backstory.
I'm teasing.
Chuck
I-
loves. He absolutely loves to
I
trash
enjoy-
every
No,
documentary,
I do not.
every
I do
known,
not.
ever known to me.
I do not.
Any given Saturdays. Oh, I've seen this.
No.
You're all over episode 3
I've heard
of Any
that.
Given
I've
Saturday
heard
on
that. I
Netflix.
haven't seen it.
300 million people
I
around the
understand
world
that.
have seen and heard
I
you.
think those things are great. I think they're great. I love them. I love them.
Well, good, because one day
I love Inside the College Football Playoff. Love it.
one day I'm going to memorialize you in a documentary. I'm going to produce a documentary on you.
And what a documentary it will
It
be.
will be. What a day it will be.
So would you like the games that we have next Saturday or not?
Yes. What do we have?
Well, I didn't know that that's where we were going. Let's go to the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. Bart
Well, I
is a
could
little perturbed that he hadn't had his moment
I was
yet.
going to
Well,
say,
no,
Bart's
that's not-
demanding
that's
mic
not-
time right now.
No, that's
Why
not
don't you
true.
tell? Why don't you tell us, Bart?
I was trying to help, and I thought that's where Chuck was going with what he was saying, and then it turned into a whole other conversation.
So
as
you
it often
decided
does,
to take control.
as it often
Oh, I'm
does.
so surprised.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you, Houston Nutt. Thank
Listen
you.
to Bart.
So we have at 11 a.m., this is next Saturday, August 23rd, 11 a.m., 22nd ranked Iowa State, 17th ranked Kansas State on ESPN live from Dublin, Ireland. That
We got a game.
that gets us
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
3
Let's go.
p.m. 3 p.m. Idaho State visits Dan Mullen and UNLV.
Toe meets leather.
5:30 p.m. Fresno State and Kurt Warner's son, the starting quarterback for Fresno State, Kurt Warner's kid. They travel to the recently renovated David Booth Kansas Memorial Stadium to take on the Jayhawks.
Oh, we got football.
6
Saturday.
p.m. Sam Houston and Western Kentucky.
Oh, jeez.
And then our last game. This is a CBS primetime CBS game. Stanford at Hawaii.
Oh, gosh.
Hawaii.
Prime time.
So, okay, this is good. Thank you, Bart. This is helpful for planning purposes.
Cal at Hawaii.
So, not this Saturday.
That's on the CBS, not
It's on-
CBS
It is on
Sports.
CBS.
Listen, that's exactly right. That's trash. That is absolute trash. For somebody that's been waiting for football as long as we have.
That's our
that is
primetime
trash.
special.
That is, make your plans for the daytime on Saturday. So, dads, moms who like to watch college football, you're going to have to tell your kids, like, listen, we'll do whatever it is you want to do tonight. We are not doing it during the day on Saturday.
That Fresno State Kansas game is on Fox, like Big Fox. So
Big Fox.
We've got capital letter Fox.
The main Fox.
Yeah.
Who's the first game? Iowa State?
Iowa
too?
State, Kansas State. That's at 11 a.m.
That's the game of the day.
That's at 11
Remember when you said 11 a.m.
That's a
games
Big
are
12
terrible?
conference game.
You and my buddy
Biggest
Aaron
game
Stahl,
of the day, 11 a.m.
You guys hate 11 a.m. games more
Still-
than anybody I know. I mean, I don't know a lot of people that don't like them, but you guys hate them.
I hate big games at 11 a.m.
So why did they put that game at 11 a.m.
Because
when they
it's-
have all day?
because it's in Ireland.
What time is it in Ireland?
Oh, I forgot about that part.
It'd be about a
What's the time
6 or
difference?
7 hour time difference.
Also,
So is it a night game there?
It's a 6-hour. Yeah, it'll be a 5 p.m. kickoff
Yeah.
in Ireland.
is it? I'm just gonna do it. I have a problem with the game in Ireland.
You don't like it?
I think it's dumb.
Well,
it doesn't,
Iowa
it
State,
doesn't-
Kansas State.
It
like
doesn't have
corn people
like when I.
going to Ireland to play a game. I mean, they are. It's the land of the corn, man. Iowa State and Kansas. That was a corn game.
When I turn on the first college football game of the year, and it just the environment around it doesn't feel like college football. It's weird.
Oh, it was great last year though. Didn't they have game day there, and they had like a whole thing all morning leading up to it.
What is the purpose?
People were
of this?
drinking Guinness, you know.
What is the right? What is the purpose of this?
To increase the global impact of college football, I guess.
Good mercy.
Oh, well, there's a worthy goal.
Like
I don't know, man.
what? Really? I mean, really?
Sure.
What is give me one benefit to playing the game in Ireland other than the teams get to go drink Guinness and Jameson.
That's
Somebody's going to get in trouble.
They got a big ad deal with Guinness.
That's the benefit right there.
I mean, I guess
it's great. It's cool for the fans to do.
It's not
once,
like
I guess.
something that I'm dying on the hill for. When I turn on my first college football game of the year, I want to see a campus.
Well,
or a huge environment in one of these NFL stadiums, like we see in these games in Atlanta or Dallas.
How would you like to know that next year Bill Belichick gets to go to Ireland?
I heard that.
Chances that Bill Belichick will be the North Carolina head coach next year.
50-50.
50-50. Yeah. Chances that Bill Belichick will be the North Carolina coach the entire year.
I don't
85,
think they're going to fire
Chances
him.
that Bill Belichick will win 8 or 9 games this year.
Very slim.
Chances that Bill Belichick won't go to a bowl game
Let's
this
see
year.
what their over under is.
Chances that Bill Belichick and his sweet girlfriend, or are they engaged, or is it just his girlfriend?
I think they're I think she's just his girlfriend. Edward.
Chances that they remain together for the long haul.
Slim.
For the long haul?
Yeah.
Oh,
Their total
not a chance.
their total is 7.5.
There's rumors circulating that they're engaged, according to people.com.
Hey, listen, I don't, they're an
She
easy
was
target.
spotted wearing a
but
ring at an airport in May.
They're an easy target, but if they're happy,
7.5.
and he needs someone to run his
Yeah.
life. It's just, well, that CBS interview just didn't do him any favors.
No, it really
That whole
didn't.
thing.
No, I mean, it really didn't.
So that's a whole storyline, not the girlfriend, but the Bill Belichick thing. No, I mean really,
And the
I feel
Dublin
bad.
thing.
Like we
The Dublin
we
thing.
just pile on like everybody else. We should maybe try to bring ourselves to a little bit better standard than that, a little bit higher standard.
All I'm saying is I don't think he's going to be the coach there a long time.
Right.
And I think she will play a role in that.
So that's a storyline. Do you think that she'll play a role in him no longer being the coach there, and that's why it's relevant?
I think she's going to ruin his life.
The Chuck and Bo Show. If you need an emergency contact, just write the Chuck and Bo Show. We'll be your emergency contact.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
We never thought much about power outages until we had one during the worst possible time. As a busy mom, there are plenty of challenges in a day. But with Paschal, power outages don't have to be one of them. A whole home generator installed by the pros at Paschal gave me back my peace of mind. The process was easy and understandable. Now, I don't have to worry about losing power when storms arrive. Get a free estimate today and keep the power on with a whole home generator from Paschal. Professional people, professional service. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a golf trip, or planning your football travel for the fall, Jet makes it easy. Seats up to 9 with a full bar, custom catering, and plenty of space. Visit Jet NWA for pricing and more. That's Jet with 2 T's.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Safe Sports Radio.
That's special.
we keep threatening to show behind the scenes live on the stream, it's going to happen someday. We're all going to get fired for it. There's just like total chaos.
It's mayhem around here. It really is.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We have a lot of ingredients, right? And we have to cook the meal. We got to put the ingredients in the right spot for the meal can be right. But we have the ingredients. Now we got to make sure, okay, it's not mildew, right? Or it's not spoil. What that means, okay, if it's not our standard, they're not getting to the ball, they're not playing a physical brand of ball, that's not part of our ingredients. So we have the right pieces. We just have to put it all together. So it's been a good deal.
What kind of meal do you think Travis Williams, Arkansas defensive coordinator, will cook up this fall?
You know, it's going to be interesting to watch because I think this is going to be an offensive team. I think they're going to put numbers up. I think it'll be reminiscent of maybe some of the teams that Petrino's had in the past on the offensive side. Defensively, what I hope is that, and I hate to use that, that cliche-ish term opportunistic, but I hope they can force some turnovers. I hope they're good on third down. The days of a shutdown defense, I mean, those are, I won't say they're over, but shutdown defenses are pretty rare. The great defenses force turnovers. They're good on third down. Situationally, they always seem to make the plays at the big moments. They give up yards. They give up yards between the 20s. And their red zone defense is good. They force the other team to kick field goals. That's what I hope we see out of this group. And I think they've got the personnel. A lot of it's new, and the question's going to be how quickly can they come together? Do they come together, period? And if so, how quickly can they do it? That's what I hope I see.
We need to force more turnovers. We need to get more sacks. I think what's going to really help us is our length. We got better length in the back end. All four guys have length, so the tip balls, different things like that. So okay, if it's a quarterback and it's just a three-step drop, D-line has to get their hands up because you're not getting a pass rush. We got to get our hands up and get more tip balls. We doing more deny the ball coverage as well. So that's where you get the turnovers as well. So we'll be able to rush four and then be able to play deny the ball. We'll be able to blitz and deny the ball. So we got some different things because we got some different skill set guys in our room. So being able to be multiple, being able to be aggressive, so you can get those turnovers.
That fits into kind of what you're talking about.
Tip the ball and then intercept the ball. Great defenses in the modern era. This is just my thought. They're not going to hold teams to 9 points a game. But all those plays where you hear the guy say, man, if he'd held on to that, that'd have been a pick six.
Right.
The great teams hold on to it, and they get the pick six. And they don't say, man, if he'd held on, he had green grass in front of him. They say he held on and nobody's got a chance to catch him. That's what you hope they are.
I want to send a little shout out to all the kids in the car with their parents right now going to school.
Yeah.
Have a great day of school.
Clock's
If it's your first day of school, have a great first day. If it's your second day, have a great second day. But it's going to be a good year, kids. It's going to be a good year.
Oh, it's frenetic right now. I understand. But things will settle.
That's right. Uncle Chuck, he's here for you.
Things will settle.
And I am too. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Uncle Chuck and Bobo.
If you guys want to text in, I think we can read text. We've got a little bit of a phone issue, but we can still take calls, actually. 877-377.
We just can't see who they are. We're going to go old school. Go, Bart, what do we have? Bart's going to go, well, Chuck and Bo.
We're going to have to
We've
use
got
pen
Mike
and
on the
paper
line
and write it down.
877-377-6963. Kids, write that down, okay? If your parents don't answer your call at school, call us. We'll be your emergency contact. But it's got to be before 9. So during the day, you're going to need another one. But we'll be your emergency you think you're on anybody's pickup list at school? You got any friends that maybe just wrote you in there in case of an emergency?
No.
Chuck Barrett, able to pick up my kid.
Yeah. No, that I doubt that. I was just thinking.
I'm going to write you in.
I was just thinking about the first day of school. Go ahead.
I'm going to write you in.
All right, good.
But anyhow, it is. So, kids, good luck with everything. You're going to do great. It's going to be a great year. I was looking at some of the reporting coming out of the scrimmage they had on Saturday, and apparently the offense went off. The second-team offense went off. Monte Harrison had a big scrimmage. There were 3 plays of 45 yards or more. There were 6 plays of 15 yards or more. Some of that first team, some of that second team. Talon threw a couple of touchdowns. By the way, threw one to a running back and a tight end, because people have asked about that. Not just receivers, but can these backs catch and whatever. But I think Chuck and I both believe, and having watched a practice or 90 minutes of one practice, it sure looked like to me this team's going to be pretty good on offense. And when you read those stats, you think, oh, I'm concerned about the defense. But these guys on defense are new, and they're learning communication, not only the defense, but with each other, and how fast they're able to get that down and get comfortable with each other, and being able to adjust out there and talk is something that they seem to really be working on. But I do think that what Travis Williams said a moment ago is they have the ingredients, they have the pieces to create some havoc. They're not going to stop everybody, but can they get some turnovers and all the things Chuck mentioned about being great on third down? But if you want to start with something about this team, Chuck, I think they've got a chance to put up a lot of points.
Well, we'll find out. And I agree with you. As I've said, I think it's going to be an offensive team in that regard. Scrimmagers are set up differently, though. I mean, sometimes the defense doesn't blitz, for example. There's all kinds of different things that go into a scrimmage. It's amazing how, and we've seen it every year here and lots of other places. Offense will have a great scrimmage, and then the next one, man, the defense bounce back at a great deal. I mean, that's just kind of how it works in the preseason.
I think just my thought on that too was that this defense is probably facing one of the better offenses they'll go up against this year.
Certainly one of the most mobile quarterbacks. Yeah, that's for sure.
And so that's good too. But you never know when you're playing yourself what any of it really means until you get out there, obviously, and play someone else. If you want to text or call, I gave you the number a second ago. I'll do it one more time. 877-377-6963. It is August 12th. If you missed the Chuck and Bo show, you can catch it on demand. You can also catch it on YouTube, as well as Spotify and Apple. So on demand in any of those places, you can go back and watch or listen to anything you miss on the Chuck and Bo show. If you want to know what Bart thinks about, the top 25, we'll get to that.
Yeah, I want to get into that.
We're going to get into the top 25. Brandon Marcello is going to join us at 8. What's interesting to me about the top 25, and we'll do this next, is who in the top 25 do you actually believe has a chance to win the national championship? How many teams do you legitimately give a chance to win the national championship? We can get into that when we come back. We're brought to you in part by First Security Bank. You can always bank better at First Security. More convenient locations with professionals all over Arkansas, helping Arkansans with all their banking needs and answering any question you have. You can see online more about them at fsbank.com, or you can bank online there. First Security Bank, member FDIC. Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
You can tell I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Know what else makes you an Arkansas Razorback fan? Going to the University of Arkansas. How about playing football for the team?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
you're just going to have to go today. You're just going to have to. Today is going to
That's
be
what I
maybe
told myself.
one of those days you're just going to have to go, and you'll be glad you did.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Man, we love talking about Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric on this show. It's great to talk about local companies that have become success stories. And Pascal's been a success story for a long, long time. If you're in Northwest Arkansas, you've heard their name for over 50 years. They've been really providing peace of mind for people in the immediate Northwest Arkansas area for that long. But then you go out and you look at the way they've expanded over the past several years. And, you know, when they service your HVAC system, I mean, you've got peace of mind all year round because their plant protection program is going to keep you humming regardless of the season. It can be the hottest day of the summer, coldest day of the winter. You're going to be okay. Preventative maintenance is what it's all about. It's really what separates pros from those who just come in and try to fix your problem. Pascal makes certain the problems don't occur. That's what professional people do. Professional people, professional service. You can schedule your appointment at gopascal.com.
Top 25 is out from the Associated Press. So there's 65 football media members who cover college football who do it every day. And Brett McMurphy is one of the voters. Tom Murphy locally is a voter. They post their top 25 like publicly, like, hey, here's how I voted. And the thing I like about the preseason poll on this is that, you know, it's coming from somebody, you know, is covering college football, and then we get to debate it. And we get to talk. It's just an opinion. And it's hard to predict, as we know, because last year I think more teams ended up outside of the top 25 preseason. The last poll of the year had 13 teams out of that top 25, and only 12 remained in there from the preseason poll. So I want to look at this poll real quick, and we'll start big picture. We'll go national champion. How many of these teams actually have a chance to win a national championship? I'm hearing people say nationally that it's as wide open as it's ever been. I think back in 2016, there were 7 teams that received 1 first-place vote. This year, there are 6. Texas is number 1, Penn State 2, Ohio State 3, Clemson 4, Georgia 5, Notre Dame 6. All 6 of those teams received 1 first-place vote. Let me give you the rest of the top 25 real quick, because there's nothing better on the radio than some hosts getting on here and reading off 25 teams.
Be sure and give the number
now,
of every team
I'm
first.
not going to do that because my ADD won't allow it. But I am going to give you the top 25. Okay, we're at 6 with Notre Dame. Rounding out the top 10, Chuck.
Yes. Oh, that's a good one.
Oregon, Alabama, LSU, Miami. Then Arizona State 11, followed by Illinois 12. South Carolina, Michigan, then Florida at 15. SMU's at 16, followed by Kansas State, Oklahoma 18. Oklahoma, Texas A&M 19. Indiana. Is Indiana a top 20 team? Are they? According to the AP, they are. And then the final 5, Ole Miss, Iowa State, Texas Tech, Tennessee, and number 25, Boise State. That's your top 25. How many of those teams have a chance to win the national championship? Bart says 5. Bart, who are they?
I would go with Texas, Ohio State, Georgia, Notre Dame, Alabama.
You left Clemson out?
I did leave Clemson out.
You left Penn State out, too.
I did leave Penn State out.
Is this like personal feelings about their coach or what?
Coaching certainly has something to do with it, but, you know, it's also quarterback play and, not trusting those guys to get it done on the biggest stage.
Okay. You just don't like Penn
Who's
State.
your favorite?
To win it all?
Yes. Do you have a favorite?
Man, I mean, look, Texas has a new quarterback. Ohio State has a new quarterback. Georgia has a new quarterback who nobody believes in. Notre Dame has a new quarterback. Alabama has a new quarterback. All
but
5
the
of those
two
teams
you left out have returning quarterbacks.
I know. It's
Clemson and Penn State.
Yeah, they both have
contradictory.
return. The good news is their quarterback's
Alabama.
back. And
I'm going to
bad
say
news
Alabama.
is, too.
You're picking Alabama.
I think Alabama's defense is going to look like Alabama's defense. Like, you know, a Nick Saban Alabama defense, and I think that's going to make the difference.
You know what's crazy about Alabama to me? Arkansas' schedule is brutal.
And they don't play Alabama.
And Alabama's not on it.
Yeah.
For the second year in a row.
Texas has basically replaced Alabama, is what it boils down to. Those years when you have Alabama and Texas, well, you better find a way to win one of those games. That's, you know, it's just two. For a lot of schools, it's going to be 2 automatic L's if they have them both.
Arkansas plays 6 of these teams.
Yeah.
Number 1, Texas. Number 6, Notre Dame. 9, LSU. 19, A&M. 21, Ole Miss. And 24, Tennessee. Those are the 6 preseason ranked teams on Arkansas' schedule.
They don't play Alabama. They don't play South Carolina. And those are the other.
There are plenty of other teams in the SEC that won't play 3
or Oklahoma
ranked teams.
Or Oklahoma.
What conversation are you all having?
Number of ranked teams that Arkansas is not playing.
Oh, yeah, they're not playing Oklahoma. Right. Well, there are a bunch of teams in this league who aren't even playing 3 ranked teams.
Mm-hmm.
Not all SEC schedules are the same. Not even close to the same. So when you say everybody's got a tough schedule, that's not true. Kids, bring that up today at lunch. Look at that
First
kid.
day of school.
Look at that kid who just moved here from Baton Rouge because his dad got a job here with Walmart, and tell him that not all schedules are the same. And that yes, this is Arkansas, and it's difficult because we keep getting a terrible schedule. Tell him that.
Well,
in a nice way.
Missouri has 4 ranked teams on their schedule.
What does Texas have? I mean, the league just rolled out the red carpet for Texas last year and put the screws to Oklahoma in terms of schedule. Texas has had it pretty. I mean, the SEC wants Texas to do well. I'm not saying they wouldn't do well
5.
on their own.
They have 5.
This year they do.
They have 5.
Yeah. This year it's a little bit tougher.
You know, I was thinking about this first day of school and kids moving in and having to go to a new school. And this is the first day. And I was wondering about this just while we were talking.
Sorry.
How many kids do we have that have moved in that are fans of other teams? How many families do we have that have moved in from this time last year that are fans of other teams? And I think, like, if you were the school principal, Chuck, or you were the superintendent of the district, what if we made the first day of school everybody wears their favorite team's jersey or T-shirt so we know where everyone stands?
Well, I wonder if that's not happening to a certain degree anyway. I mean, if you're a 10, 11, 12-year-old kid and you move into a new place,
right.
You're a rabid fan of a team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a rough way to enter.
I'm just telling you, though, you announce yourself.
But, you know,
you announce yourself.
If you're a fan of a good team.
That's right. That's right. If your team's good, better than the place where you've moved.
Let's just talk this out for a second.
All right.
Because I'm thinking, one hand, have everybody wear their favorite team colors today, first day of school. And the reason is because I want to know who this 12-year-old is I'm sitting across from at lunch, and do I really want to be his friend?
Right.
Or
is he an Ohio State fan?
Yeah,
I don't want any part of that.
Then we go the whole week of school, and I become friends with this nice person that's, another 12-year-old, and then I find out they're an Ohio State fan.
Yeah.
And now I've spent a whole week sort of wasting my time. That's one way to look at it. And then the other way to look at it, probably the healthier way to look at it, is maybe we don't need to focus on that. Maybe we just need to realize that we can be friends and we have differences.
It's like adults with political parties. I mean, I liked you until I found out you were on the other team.
Yeah. Well, I think the message here, kids, is be nice. Be nice, but you don't have to agree with their choice of team. What are you laughing about in the situation room?
I was laughing at Texas's schedule, and the Murderers Road. They have a 3-game stretch in October to the first weekend in November where they play Kentucky, Mississippi State, and Vanderbilt back to back to back.
That'll tell the story right there.
That'll set them up for success right there.
That's as brutal as it comes.
Bart's in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room right now. They've got over 200 new vehicles on the lot. So if you're on the market or in the market, now's the time to make a move. Chuck recently did. He's got a beautiful Silverado out there.
Can I say one thing about what they did there that to me is really important?
Yeah.
You get in the automobile after you buy it, and they show you everything works. I mean, it's not like you just like climb in there. Because look, I'd have been lost.
Oh,
but I think it was Edwin got in there with me and like went through everything, and I knew how it all worked before I left. I know I've forgotten since, but that day I knew how everything worked.
Well,
that's important. It really is.
If you've bought a new vehicle recently, you know what he's talking about, the importance of that and understanding all the different things. But here's the thing, Chuck, and I know you've done this, and you wouldn't admit
like,
this.
yeah, whatever.
You've
man.
called Edwin several times since then, I'm sure. you get Edwin. What's your number?
We're trying
What's
to
your
master
number?
the interior light right now.
Yeah.
But,
so Chuck's in his driveway. Hey, now what did you tell me about like the backup camera?
Yeah.
Chevy Silverados in stock, ready for immediate delivery. Traverses, Trax, Tahoes, Suburbans. Check out the entire fleet of that. 200 vehicles at Chevy of Fayetteville right now inside the Fayetteville Auto Park. Go see Chris, Mark, and Denver. Together, let's drive. Everybody's welcome to their opinion. That's just flat out wrong.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Bo, and for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
goals is to take Chuck out and make him uncomfortable in public settings.
You're
Just get
assuming you haven't.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
What do we have here with the Oklahoma quarterback situation?
I'm looking at this right now.
There's always, here's the thing about the polls and the preseason predictions. When things begin happening, people get suspended, somebody gets hurt in training camp, somebody gets hurt in a game, just weird things happen. Some Georgia player drives fast again. What is, by the way, that is is that not the strangest thing? The amount of Georgia players who have been
they all got new fast
over.
cars.
Well, I mean, it's not exclusive to them, though.
No.
It's just a weird thing that is reoccurring with that program. I don't look at it and be like, oh, the program's got a problem, but it's interesting. It's like, what is happening there? Why all these guys want to drive fast, so fast?
Oh yeah.
Or is this,
I never wanted to drive fast when I was 19.
Well, you give somebody a ride like they have, and how do you not? Like what? Like
I had an old car at 19, and I'm driving that thing as fast as I can drive
If you have a Lamborghini, how are you not going to drive it fast?
They all drive Dodge Chargers now. They get those old they get those
That's
Chargers, and they drive 110 miles an hour. Is what they do.
Well, the Georgia the Oklahoma quarterback is in a different situation. Apparently, he, according to reports, was involved with some sports gambling. And they have found this because he was paying his gambling debts via Venmo and stating not even private, putting in the subject line, sports gambling and the game.
Yeah.
This is my $50 or whatever for the UCLA USC game.
The Venmo memo, it's kind of like a text. There's no lying your way out of it, man. It's like right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't even have to put anything in there. You can just put an emoji, a piece of pizza.
I know. But he put sports betting and spelled it out.
Yeah. So how does that impact Oklahoma? Because that is against NCAA rules.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be an investigation, and who knows? They might have to hold them out of games.
I feel like we haven't seen, tell me if I'm wrong, many players' suspensions recently for NCAA rules violations.
A couple small ones in college basketball.
This used to be a bigger thing. We would see this more. So I'm interested to see, does this happen in this case? Is the Oklahoma quarterback going to be suspended for sports gambling publicly on Venmo? What?
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataracts started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicher Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicher Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin. They just didn't put the nails in.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Did Taylon Green consult you about how to ask his then girlfriend to be his fiance?
Well, it probably would have been a lot cheaper. I asked Jamie to marry me in the pickup truck, and it didn't take too long. Hell, I was pretty sure she was going to say yes, but wasn't 100% positive. She kept it simple. She was going to say yes or no. I mean, hell, it's just a question, but I know it,
Yeah, it's just a question.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Brandon Marcello, CBS Sports.
Star.
247 Sports.
Multimedia.
You can read them online. You can really find Brandon anywhere on the internet.
Multimedia.
Yeah.
He really is.
He is on X, which is a great place to get information. Just don't read comments. But he received in the mail a garment that we need to talk about. Brandon Marcello,
Garment is the right
who
word.
started his career, I believe started his career right here in our backyard, lives in our backyard. He went on to do great things at other places, and he has made himself a respectable, one of the most respected college football reporters in the country, Chuck. Not just college football, but we're talking football now.
I know.
All of college athletics.
He has.
But we have Brandon Marcello joining us now. Brandon, good morning.
Good morning, guys. What's up?
Well, we were
the Blazers. What's up?
we
Brandon?
were looking at your Twitter account, and you got some special clothes in the mail, like a garment that you unboxed on video. Can you share with us what this is?
Yeah, it kind of sounds dirty when you put it that way.
Wow. Let me try again. I bet I can make it sound worse.
No. Yeah, I mean, I got a blazer in the mail, and it's the classic CBS Sports eye on the left breast pocket, and I'm going to be doing some sideline work for the CBS Sports Network.
Let's go.
Wow.
Now, here's my issue for you. Why do they want you to wear a blazer on the sideline? Like, well, you can wear it in the studio, you can wear it in the booth, but it's hot out there.
Oh, it's going to be very hot, but it'll be worth it. I didn't realize it either. I didn't find it out till a couple of weeks ago. Like, hey, what's your address? We got to send you a blazer, and I was like, what? First off, that's awesome. But then also my second thought was, hopefully it's a darker color, which it always is, because I'll be sweating through that thing moving around that sideline.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, it really does.
I mean, it looks like
There's nothing like the feel of a network blazer.
Well, let's be honest. CBS is the standard when it comes to covering college football. Like, they have their live broadcasts have been second to none for a long time, and that is a prestigious looking blazer. And honestly, happy for you. That's really cool. What a moment.
Yeah, I mean, thanks, guys. It's it's very, very special. I can't really put it into words. I don't take it for granted, and
Well, you've earned it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
It's been fun to watch.
Yeah.
Do you know what your first assignment is yet? Do you know which game?
I do. It's week 3, and it's close by, actually. SMU at Missouri State.
Okay.
All right.
Springfield, baby.
Rhett Lashley.
Yeah.
Rhett Lashley.
Weekend in Springfield.
Going to Springfield.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon, the top 25's out. The AP poll. Are you voting in the AP poll?
I am not this year, thankfully.
Yeah. Well, it gives us all something to react to. There's 6 teams that got number 1 votes. They all got at least one first-place vote in the poll. Texas, Penn State, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, Notre Dame. Will one of those teams win the national championship, in your opinion?
Yeah, probably. I think that's a pretty good safe bet. I think one of the teams in the top 12, maybe top 10, when I'm looking at that thing, is probably going to end up winning the national championship this year. No, the spread of votes there shows the parity, obviously, that we're getting into with college football because of the transfer portal, because of NIL and revenue sharing. I think actually between the first and second place, the spread there was so close. It's the closest we've seen in the AP poll since 2008 in the preseason, and I think that just goes to show you that no one quite knows what to expect, even atop those top four teams, which I think it becomes pretty easy to say who maybe the top four teams are. I was kind of surprised that Penn State ended up getting the number 2 spot. Now, I bet the folks at Fox are pretty upset because they had an opportunity to have the number 1, number 2 matchup. That would have actually been the very first ever number 1 versus number 2 non-conference game to open up a season ever in college football, and we missed out on it just by a few points of.
They are 1 and 2 in the coaches poll, if I'm not mistaken, aren't they? I think they are.
They are.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
So maybe Fox should use that poll. I would.
I'll bet they do. I'll bet they do.
It's interesting to me to always see the preseason poll and then what happens at the end. And it's a reminder of what we love about college football. I mean, by the way, are you following this Oklahoma quarterback situation? And is there any chance that he gets suspended?
I'm following it, but I was digging into that late last night. Just I'm working on it. But here's the thing, and this is just me throwing this out there. I send Venmo payments and stuff between friends all the time, and I'll put weird messages on there that have nothing to do with.
I wondered about that.
But it has nothing to do with what's going on. So, but I think a lot of folks are looking into it, obviously. But yeah.
Well, here's
I can't really comment on anything other than that was my first thought when I saw that. I thought maybe it was just some playful banter between
that's
friends.
fair.
But hey, we'll see.
No, that's actually good reporting. See how that works? Like somebody that actually is always trying to find actually out and not just perpetuate something.
Right.
And that we just saw it happen live. Just kids, take that to school with you today. That's a learning lesson right there. So, but what I do wonder about this, Brandon, I think so many college athletes gamble. It's incredible. Like, that's just my opinion. I think probably more than actually would smoke marijuana. I think we would find that they are gambling on games. I mean, it's just part of our culture today. And I don't know how in the world they expect to do anything about it. The NCAA.
Yeah, you're right. It's very much part of our culture, and it's easier than ever to do it. You pick up your phone and do it. It used to be you go, hey, you get a bunch of buddies together, or you go, hey, anybody know a bookie around campus or something? But yeah, I mean, it's so easy, the ease of access to it, and the NCAA with their integration with some of the U.S. sports integrity folks and everything, they've been really trying to crack down on this really the last 5 years because of that ease of access. I mean, they're tracking unusual activity with betting. I mean, they're even looking at phones and everything on campuses. It's incredible how much they're able to kind of monitor this stuff, and obviously the athletes under so much scrutiny with it. But it seems like every year we're hearing something going on out there. But it's fascinating. I'll just say that. I just I do wonder. I don't know. Looking through someone's old Venmo payments, a little weird for someone to be doing that. But number one, number two, that was the first thought that came to my mind. And it might be incorrect, but my intuition was I send payments to people, other people send payments to people, and sometimes they put funny messages in there that has nothing to do with what you're actually giving them money for. So who knows? We'll see. I'm digging on it, and there's a lot of people out there late last night that are probably pretty peeved off at me because I was probably waking them up or sending them messages they didn't want to see.
Now, let me change the subject for just a second, or go back to the top 25 poll. We were talking about who's got a chance to win it. I want to focus for a minute on the other half of the top 25. There are teams in there like Florida, SMU, Oklahoma, Texas Tech, There are going to be lots of teams in this poll that are not in there at the end of the year. I just circled those 4, and I'm using them as an example that when you get into the back half of this top 25, there are a lot of really unpredictable teams there that could still be in the poll at the end of the year or could be a pretty good ways out of it.
Oh, yeah, very much. One of those teams, the one we're actually just talking about, is Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You look at their schedule, one, the amount of top 25 teams they have to face, but then the back half of their schedule, especially in November, but really mid-October through November, I mean, it's brutal. I mean, it's one of those situations where they've got like 6 to 7 straight games. You're going, oh, that's maybe a coin toss. That maybe is a coin toss. Yeah, they should win that, but they probably should lose this one. It's going to be very difficult. If you just stumble a couple of weeks down the stretch at a program like OU, especially with the way Brent Venables has struggled this past year in your debut season in the SEC, and they've gone all in on this upcoming year, changing coordinators, bringing in John Mateer at quarterback, a lot of different pieces they've brought in as well elsewhere on the field. I mean, you face a very difficult decision there. And the other thing is practically every year there's a team that's outside the top 25 in the preseason that ends up being in the top 10 at the end of the year. And I kind of wonder, like, which team could that be potentially? And one of those teams, to me, if you look at the schedule again, could be like a Missouri. They've got a lot of talent this year. I've got some questions about how the quarterbacks will fit in that system, but you look at their schedule and you're like, if they're as talented as they have been the last few years, they should challenge to win maybe 9 to 10 games this season. They've got the easiest schedule in the SEC, in my opinion. And they're just on the outside looking in, and they look like a prime candidate to be that team that goes and finishes in the top 10 at the end of the year.
Brandon Marcello, CBS Sports, with us on the Chuck and Bo Show. Let's talk about Arkansas. Okay, we know how difficult the schedule is. We know that they have a bunch of new players. We also have some reasons to be optimistic about the offense. But let me ask you this. Let's just say 6, 7 wins. What will Arkansas have done to win 6 or more games? Or what will they have done to lose 6 or more games?
Well, if they did that, if they win 6 or more, they've won, I would think, 2 or so kind of coin flip games, as I always call them, like a game against Auburn, for example. I mean, Auburn can get pretty hot this year if they can throw the football. They've got maybe a top 5 receiving room, but if you can kind of pull off a win against them where they're trying to find their identity, that helps you. You got to win your home games, right? I think a lot of people would look at that Notre Dame game and go, well, that's probably a loss, but listen, Notre Dame at this point, I was surprised about this. We were doing our show yesterday. They're still trying to figure out their quarterback situation. A lot of us assumed it was going to be C.J. Carr stepping in, but they got a legitimate quarterback competition going on, and I was not expecting that. So they're trying to figure some things out up there. And that's a team that, among my colleagues is very popular of saying they might be a team that is in the top 10 this year that ends up falling out of the poll. So that's maybe a very early opportunity for Arkansas. Early game, early in the season, you're at home. If the crowd's riled up and you don't allow those Notre Dame fans to infiltrate your stadium, because guess what? They will if you put those tickets on market. That could be big for Arkansas. That's, to me, as much as I think everybody's like, wow, this is an amazing game, this is a gigantic opportunity for Arkansas. They could legitimately beat Notre Dame this year, and if you get that done, all of a sudden you're on the map. People are talking about you maybe winning a lot of games yet, but you're probably going to be up in the top 25 early in the year, and you get some momentum going, you get some belief going, who knows what you can do down the stretch. So I know people don't like to look ahead and circle games, and especially coaches don't, but goodness gracious, what a gigantic opportunity for the Razorbacks early in the year.
Can't believe you embarrassed yourself like that with the Kool-Aid and all the Kool-Aid jokes that are coming your way today. And Brandon Marcello talking about the possibility of Arkansas beating Notre Dame. He's fallen for it, too. He's fallen
It's
for it,
even
too.
the national
Even
media.
he stumbled
Even
into the
national
possibility
media.
of something happening that would be remotely positive. We just can't buy it. We can't believe it. I think it's going to be interesting, because of all the new faces, and I do think Arkansas has a chance to surprise some people. But like a lot of teams, it's just about what's going to come together and what's going to happen. All right, we'll get you out of here with this. Which SEC school will John Gruden be coaching at next year?
Oh, man. It's funny. Not funny, but I sat down with him last September. I went down to Tampa. We were the first people he spoke to about, hey, I'm really thinking about getting into college coaching. That's what I kind of want to do now. He's always flirted with it. He talked to Tennessee. He's heard the rumors about Arkansas even in the past and all this stuff. I find it difficult to believe that a major program would go hire John Gruden, a guy who's obviously never coached college football as a head coach. He's been out of the game for several years. He told me that the offense he would run is very much going to be what you would consider these days old school and kind of not exciting. He's totally against the idea of a silent count, a quarterback back there in the shotgun clapping in their hands. You guys have probably even seen the videos. I mean, he took me into a side room and showed me, how ridiculous he thinks it is that a quarterback flaps behind, and he's like, you got to yell the cadence, and, in that classic John Gruden voice.
Yeah.
I think the guy's one of the most passionate men out there about football, and I think he's extremely smart, one of the smartest football guys I've ever been around in discussing the game just in the couple hours I was with him last year. But I talked to ADs across the country for that story last year, and it was about 50-50 about whether they would even consider interviewing him. Now, a year later, he's been in the media a little bit more. He's been out there. His image has obviously improved after what everything happened previously in the NFL. Maybe someone gives him that chance, maybe that opportunity. But I find it difficult to think that would immediately be like an SEC-type job, no matter what school it is in that type of conference. And that's the thing. He doesn't want to go coach like a small college. I mean, he wants to go to the big time immediately, and maybe someone does it. I'm not discounting it. All it takes is one person to say yes, but I think he's going to face a hard time sitting down and going through some of those interviews.
Yeah. Well, you're probably right about that, but the SEC has shown us before they'll do anything. They'll hire anybody. And I could totally see it happening with a school in this league. Brandon, great stuff as always. We'll do it again soon. Thanks for making time for us. As always, we appreciate it.
Thank you, Brandon.
All right. See you, gentlemen.
See you,
Appreciate
man.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, and congratulations. Brandon Marcello will be adding to his duties at CBS Sports. He's already all over, on studio shows and whatever. And then he's going to add sideline reporting to his duties in his new CBS Blazer.
He's going to be bringing it in now. Hey, WT Equipment, locally owned, locally operated. They've got 8 locations across Arkansas now. Williams Tractor is what so many of us remember them as in Northwest Arkansas. WT Equipment, though, is the name to remember now. And whether you're on a job site, whether you're running a farm, or just taking care of your own piece of property, WT Equipment has the tools to get it done. And I'm talking trusted brands, Bobcat, New Holland, Hustler, Steel. They've got an expert staff. They're going to help you find exactly what you want. And they're going to treat you like family. So stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today, or you can log on to WTEquip.com and get to work.
I want to see you and Bart in the old 3-legged race.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me just...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable.
At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataracts started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Bo. And for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here and there. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I think it's an outstanding schedule. With that, everybody, that gives the University of Arkansas one hell of an opportunity. And we've got a good football team, too. They have to play Arkansas, too, now.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You know, when it comes to a team, it generally works better that way. You know, many hands make for light work, partnering with people, working together as a team, and that's kind of the idea behind the name Teamwork Roofing and Construction. built on quality, powered by teamwork. What you get with teamwork, we've talked about it a bunch, is the communication and the understanding of the job that's going to happen. And then what happens from there is exactly what was talked about. And then their goal is not to leave anything behind, not a single nail. Maybe 20,000 nails used on a job. Make sure not a single nail is left behind. It's about having quality people on the job, quality people running the job, quality people doing the job, certified employees, and certified materials, like Malarkey Shingles, for example, McElroy Metal Low Slope Systems. They got it all. No shortcuts at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. You can check out their Facebook page to see the kind of quality of work they do. Videos, pictures there, Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
I got a question. We were talking about this during the break. I had forgotten about this, but you being the parent of a teenager probably are more aware of this than the rest of us.
I am.
No phones in school. I mean, we're turning back the clock now. No cell phones in school.
Big deal. Big deal
and,
today.
I'm assuming it's widespread panic.
Well, we have some. My daughter is texting me on the way to school, Dad, please check your email at least once an hour. And I'm like, why?
I say there's a ping right there.
I don't think that's me.
Oh,
that might
okay.
be you. Do you have?
Oh yeah, it was me. Sorry.
Who's texting you, Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck. Who do you know is going to school? Huh? So we got a news story now.
No,
we had no idea. No, my daughter's texting me asking me to check my email, and I said, look, my email pops on my phone just like my alerts on text do. I'm going to see it. But also, I've never gotten an email from her. So I need you to send me an email so it doesn't go to junk, and that I, have you in the system. And but she's worried. Like, what if something happens? And it's because of how she's grown up. I mean, they've been using their phones in school. Like they've actually used them for projects and things like that, or calculators or whatever. And I think they've monitored it fairly well based on my experience and what I've seen. I mean, other parents may have a completely different perspective, but this is the first time. So I went to a comedy show at that Comedy Lab in Lowell, next to the Goat Lab,
Grove.
The Grove. I went to one comedy show there. I mean, I'd love to go to more, but I just got invited and went to this show. It was great. And they put your phone in like what I would describe as a locked oven mitt. And you have it, but you can't, they got to use the thing that you get on your clothes that they got to remove at the store. They got to remove that with a tool for you to open it back up after the show. So you are not on your phone. And it is a weird thing as a grown up. The amount of times that you go to just sort of reach for your phone, it's actually scary. And now for these kids, I mean, I love the idea that they're going to be, but the anxiety that is accompanying this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But they can send an email.
Well, I'll tell you what I noticed was in case something happens.
Yeah, that's what
There was never a moment when I went to school, ever. Of course, we didn't have cell phones then. But there was never a moment where I thought to myself, what if something bad happens today? I never thought that.
Right.
It never, ever, ever crossed my mind.
Yeah.
And now, and it goes back to what you said a little bit earlier, just the world in which they've grown up. They think about what if something bad happens.
I'm going to take it to another level.
All right, go ahead.
This is not necessarily a great reflection on me as a parent. Check your email every hour possible, please, so I can tell you how it's going. And here's the best part. And if I need anything.
Yeah. I need a snack. I need something.
I may be feeling a little tired around 1:30 and ask if you could make a Starbucks run.
Yeah. But now, I hear a lot of adults. I hear a lot of adults saying, wow, this is good. This is good. And there's a part of me that thinks this is good too. But I got to ask you guys, and I include myself in this, how many minutes do you go without looking at your phone?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to admit, I don't go very long without looking at my phone.
Sure. Yeah.
And the idea that well, we're going to ask kids to do something we can't do. I mean, it's like, come on.
Well, no, it's
I'm not there, and I'm the last person really that should say they ought to do this or shouldn't do that.
It's a good discussion.
But I just applied to my own life. If someone were to say you can't have a cell phone from the time you walk into the studio to the time you walk out, I'm taking your cell phone. It's like the hell you are.
That's right.
You're not.
I know.
It's not going to happen. And we do ask them to do some things we can't do ourselves if we're being really honest about it.
Bart, I know you're jonesing to say something.
I'm curious about what's the intended or desired effect of this? If everybody still has a computer or an iPad or something, you can do everything you can do on your phone.
Well, it's good politics, Bart.
From the computer or the iPad.
Well,
right? Like, you can text from it.
I'm sure the Wi-Fi restricts a lot of stuff inside the school.
Yeah,
probably so.
I think.
Look, Jackson, he was recently in high school. He's lived through it.
They give you Chromebooks. You can't text on Chromebooks. And also, yes, the Wi-Fi restricts pretty much all websites.
Yeah, but you had your phone in high school.
I did have my phone in high school, but they still restricted on your Chromebook. So you're giving a school.
Well, no. But you're saying, okay, but you had a phone. But you're saying once they take the phone away, you are very restricted. Like, you're not being able to use those other devices.
I didn't know if you had your own computer or if they gave you computers or what.
I don't
know. I don't have a child in high school.
To your point, Chuck. Well, here's my take on it. Like, and this is how I feel about social media and phones. Like, you can tell your kids that they can't be on this stuff, or they got to put their phone away, or they can't be on social media. Or you can figure out a way to try to navigate and help create a healthy way to be on your phone and social media.
Right.
Because that stuff's never going away.
Correct.
That stuff's never going away.
Be healthy about it like we do.
Yeah. Well, no, but look, as an adult, you're in a meeting with somebody. You're trying to maybe put your phone face down or put it on D&D or turn it on silent, and you're trying not to look at your phone.
That's right.
And then, but it's still even hard sometimes not to. And when I was at the water park with them yesterday, I mean, you put your phone in a locker, and you don't realize, like, literally at the park, how are we going to communicate? We're at a water park. And they just go take off, and I'm like, y'all can't just take off. I'll never see you again. What time are we meeting up? But we don't think like that anymore because we're just so used to being able to send a text or find somebody that way. Anyhow, it's first day of school.
Yeah, a lot of anxiety out there today.
Time for a flight by Yingling. 95 calories.
That's why Bo said, man, I'm glad school's back. I'm glad those kids are back in school.
Lunches are going to be a lot better.
That's right.
Oh, not really. 95 calories, though. It tastes like a Yingling. I mean, it's a great tasting light beer. It's called Flight. It's the next generation of light beer. And while you're watching football this year, you might want to think about that at your tailgate. It'll be a big hit. Tastes like a Yingling, but it's a light beer at 95 calories, and it's brewed from America's oldest brewery, Flight by Yingling. Take Flight, the next generation of light beer.
Donuts, Red Bull, and lottery tickets. I mean, how could you want anything
Courtesy
more?
of the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors The Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors The Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Particularly in the South, I'm not sure there's a title that carries more weight than coach. Maybe preacher.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
tell you one thing, but listen, what a great show you. The best sports show in the state is, no doubt, the Chuck and Bo Show. No doubt about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I need some Eddie back in my life.
I know
it's
not going to be
Eddie.
long. You know he's on his way back.
Eddie, where in the world, man? Come on, dude. Let's go.
He'll be
Let's
he'll be
freaking
back.
go. Eddie, it's first day of school. We've heard nothing from you.
He's got to, you know.
Gosh dang. You know what, Brian from
It's not
Ozark?
game
It's about
week
time
yet.
for you to come back, too.
Game week. They'll be back.
We want to talk to Brian in Ozark. By the way, I wondered if we should do this, if we should implement a policy where you've got to use a real name when you call the show. Like, it doesn't have to be yours, but this, like, big hog out of whatever. But I think we got to have, like, a
Gotta be like
name and a
John.
city. Yeah,
John in
Brian in
Fayetteville.
Ozark,
Yeah.
Eddie in Clarksville, JT in Hot Spring, like whatever it is. But you can't use a handle.
I agree.
There's just enough of that anonymous crap in life that we don't need to do it here.
What about like Tiger Bay, Hog
Well, you got to grandfather a few of them
You
in.
got to grandfather a few in because they built a character for themselves, and I'll
Okay.
give them that. I'll say this: if you want to use a handle, you better be a character.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, like don't come in here.
You earn
and
the
be
right
average.
to call yourself by a,
Yeah.
by a
Keith.
nickname.
Yeah. I mean,
Big Keith.
In the house?
I don't know.
The mouth.
I'm not going to
The
pick on
mouth.
Big Keith because
The mouth.
he does
I
try
like
to
Big
bring it.
Keith.
Yeah,
I like Big
he tries to bring it.
He's in the house.
I'm just trying to think of examples, you know.
Hey, I saw something I want to talk to you guys about. Houston Nutt was speaking to the Missouri football team, and they posted it on social media. I'm just going to give you a small clip.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was talking to the Missouri football team.
All right, let's hear
I mean,
it.
his brother, I believe, is still an assistant
He
on the
is.
basketball
He
staff.
is. He is.
And I'm sure Drink knows Houston. Like, you know,
Sure.
all of us Arkansas people know each other. And so here's a little bit of Houston speaking to the Missouri football team.
These are truly the best days of your life. Don't take anything for granted right now. You got something coming that it can be something real, real special if everybody takes it to another level.
Okay, now best days of your life. We've heard this before. I chuckled. I loved it, and then I had this thought, and then I had it again, and then I had it for a third time, and I said I'm going to talk about this today. I'm not okay, personally, with Houston Nutt motivating other football teams outside of Arkansas. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I don't blame him at all to speak to any football for speaking in any football team or to a team, and I hope he's getting paid for it. Number three, how did we allow this to happen? In other words, why is he not so closely tied in with the University of Arkansas in some way that it would be weird for Houston Nutt to go talk to the Missouri football team?
It is weird for him to go talk to the Missouri football
Yeah, it
team.
is. It
That's
is.
No,
I don't
I'm
like
not-
it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I don't like it.
I don't
either.
need him motivating other people.
And
But also, Arkansas has to make that happen.
right.
It's not his fault.
As you were playing that clip, Bo, and you were rolling out your point, the first thing that popped into my head was Houston Nutt should be the narrator for the pregame hype video
Yes.
for Arkansas.
Yes.
Until the end of time.
Yes. Yes.
Like, let's make that happen.
I'm telling you, man. It'd be like
He needs to be part of the University of Arkansas, part of the football program, part of the athletic
That's
department.
just my opinion.
In
That's
some
just
way,
my
as an
preference.
ambassador or something. Like, he needs to be involved.
One of
He's
the
one of us.
One of the tragedies of transient athletic administrations. It's not just here.
That's right.
It's all over the country. Here's the dirty little secret. The new guys don't want the old guys around. They don't want to hear their opinions. They want to do it their way.
That's most places. Not
That
just
is
sports.
everywhere. That's
business.
everywhere.
Business.
That is everywhere.
Politics.
I can cite you many examples, not just here, but all over the country. 2 or 3 I've seen up close and personal. The new guys don't want the old guys around. And so the old guys end up going to other places and speaking, and we wonder what in the world's going on. Well, that's what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, there's truth to that. That's a blanket statement.
It
It's
is a blanket
it's
statement.
It's not always true, but generally,
there's truth to
there is
it.
truth to it.
We are getting so many hypocritical text messages coming in right now. It's absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I knew when you played that. I thought, wow, here we go.
If he had Matt and Baldwin, if he had stayed off his phone during games, maybe your wish
here
would
we
come
go.
true.
Here we
Okay,
go.
Shut up.
Here we go.
Think about who the current offensive coordinator of the University of Arkansas is.
But
like, get over it, man.
hop out of your glass house. For a
Right.
minute.
That's what that's my point.
Listen, the thing about opinions, honestly, and I'm guilty of it too. We take a minute to formulate your opinion. Think about it. We're just so quick to say something. What are you talking about?
Right.
If you the topic here is, should Houston Nutt be connected to the University of Arkansas in a way that is beneficial to the University of Arkansas? Should he be afforded that opportunity? If he doesn't want to do it, fine. But the idea that he's running around giving the kind of thing, listen, this guy would give his heart and soul to our state. He would do anything within reason. When we were out fundraising for NIL, I'm like, this guy would be perfect. And I realize there's, a lot of things, I guess, that have to happen, and a lot of people have to be on board. And I'm probably in over my head here. It just sort of struck me wrong that I had to see Houston Nutt talking to the Missouri football team, who, by the way, we can't seem to beat.
When you think of Houston Nutt, you do think of Arkansas. You don't think of Ole Miss. There are certain coaches out there that they are identified with a particular school, even after their careers are over with. And Houston will always be thought of, I think, as an Arkansas Razorback. I realize others will, talk about Oklahoma State as a player and Ole Miss as a coach. But I think certainly around these parts, he's identified as a Razorback.
We're going to try to take a break and take Sterling's call. We're running out of time. But
you.
It's the Chuck and Bo Show, 8:45. Good morning.
Chuck, you've been around a while, and look, I don't mean that ugly, and Bo, you've been around not as long as Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansas.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call. Hey, it's Bo. And for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
So I spent yesterday. You don't mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
is Bo old enough to have a grandchild? That's amazing. Good for him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell him that, though, because his head might get too big.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's an enormous head.
Laura Rutledge. All right, Sterling's in Center Ridge. Sterling, good morning. First day of school. Glad you still have your phone and can call the show.
Guys, I was going to set this day out until y'all start talking about the topic about Nutt. And,
Here we go.
and I know people got their different feelings about him. But for me, and I'm only speaking for myself, I love Houston Dale Nutt. I love Ken Hatfield.
Me too.
I love those guys. And when you played that clip, now I want people to understand that this is just a analogy. It's not. I don't mean this like literally, but it was like he was cheating on me. It was like he was. It felt kind of dirty when I heard him.
I know.
When I heard him talking to Missouri like that. I mean, that's just.
I know.
And the points you made, Bo, were perfect. It's in his right. It's okay. Nothing. It's nothing against Houston, but he should be with us.
Yeah.
He was the only. He's the only. Now Ken was a player, and I got Ken, but Nutt felt like a fan coaching sometimes. That's good and bad. But sometimes he felt like he would do stuff over there like I would do if I was a coach. Like they criticize for biting on your nails. Well, hell, he cares. All that tells me he cares. He wants to win. He cares about the program. I hate it. I hate it. It don't piss me off. It kind of make me a little sad. You don't like that emoji with when your eyes get big and get all that teary eyes in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that emoji right now.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
I've been thinking.
Have a great day.
Thank you, Sterling. I've been thinking about this, and we're gonna have a little meeting right here on the air. I want to get Houston Nutt on every week on the Chuck and Bo Show.
I'm for that. That'd be good.
I'm gonna work on this.
Sounds great.
Nah, it's gonna take some. It'll take some. He's got a schedule. He's got a full schedule, but I just think that he understands Arkansas and people relate to him. And he's also not everybody, it's a little bit of a lightning rod.
He is the lightning. He's the biggest lightning rod in the modern history of Razorback football. Biggest lightning rod.
I think he should be more connected. I wish it would happen, but I'm not the person to probably have all the understanding of what that needs to take place there. But it felt so weird seeing that. That was so weird, man. And again, like, that's what coaches do. Like, lots of coaches do this. They're out speaking to all kinds of
talked
teams.
to Georgia. All this stuff about going back into coaching. A lot of that was sparked by his speech to Georgia's football team.
By the way, if you wonder where that came from earlier, that's what Gruden said. He would love, he'd die to coach at an SEC school.
Said he'd love it.
And then Josh Pate, who we had on last week, went on his show and said that Arkansas would be a perfect fit, which I don't agree with. I don't agree with that. I think Arkansas.
I read an article that said Auburn would be the.
I mean, I think Gruden would be good anywhere, but I think this place is unique, and you don't just go hire a big name, and you don't just go hire. You need somebody that understands the DNA of our state, and it starts with getting everybody on the same page of what it takes to win here. And when I'm talking about from the governor to the president of the system to the chancellor to the athletic director to the head coach, like that's the crew that needs complete alignment, and then all the high school coaches, and there's so many things that need to happen for us to continue to grow in the way that Coach Pittman's been trying to build it.
You got to have a big personality, man. You ripped off a lot of important people there, all with big egos. You got to have one to match.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Somebody
you do.
That can handle that room. Well, listen, we'll be back with all the answers again tomorrow.
Yeah,
all of them.
We'll figure out a few more things between now and then.
Don't we have all the answers? Day one of school, and we've already learned it all. Have a great Tuesday.
Hey, if you've been thinking about a new ride, now's the time to make it happen. That's because Chevy of Fayetteville is kicking off their summer drive deals with some of the best offers you'll get all year. Trailblazers starting at $23,000, Colorados from only $30,000, the new Equinox EVs from just $30,000. No matter what you're looking for, these deals are real and they won't last long. So don't wait. Head over to Chevy of Fayetteville today. Together, let's drive.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide